Welcome everyone to Podium. Podium is a super achiever led educational platform for co-curricular content taught by the world's best teachers. We will be starting in October 2020, and our first set of programs will be contemporary dance, drama, calligraphy, logical reasoning, blogging, animation, creative writing, and public speaking. These programs will be taught by the world's best teachers, and we look forward to seeing you participate in those programs. Please also follow our Facebook page, that's facebook.com/podiumclasses, for regular updates. So today we have with us Mrs. Ankita Pandey. Mrs. Ankita is a national level chess player and a senior coach at Kingsview Chess Academy. She has a training experience of 8 years and also has been awarded as the best chess coach for the year 2016. She has conducted several chess tournaments and classes for students nationwide and abroad. On behalf of Team Podium, I thank Mrs. Ankita for joining us today. Welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Simran. And thanks to Podium for such a grateful opportunity to teach the chess to such great students. Okay. Hello, everyone. Let's start today. Fun with chess. Okay. We are going to learn today background and origin of chess. What will be the benefits of playing chess? What are the benefits of this game? How to set up a chessboard, and we'll introduce you to the chess pieces, and we'll see each and every movement of each pieces, proper movements of each pieces. Okay, so let me tell you first about the background of chess. Start first of all, my question to everyone is, what is chess? Write down your answers in the comment box. What do you think? What is chess? Chess is an indoor game. Great. So chess is an indoor game, and I am happy to tell you that this is originated from our country, India, in the 6th century. And afterwards, it at that time it was named as a Chaturanga. If you know, in olden days, the name of chess was Chaturanga, and later on, it took its journey from India to Persia, Russia, Europe, and it gained its final form as we know it today as a chess. Okay, in India, chess has risen its popularity in last few decades, as we have many grandmasters from in India, and former world champion also is there from India. Why we should play chess now? Let us see why we should play chess. What is the benefit of this game? Chess is a game for people of all ages. You know, anyone can play chess. Even a young person can play with the old people, and old people can play with the young. It does not matter that the two player who is playing against with each other, it should be of same age. And the best part is, like in any other sport, there is a age of retirement, but in chess there is not like that. Chess can be played even in the old age. There is no retirement from this game. It's an indoor game because, and it helps to develop your memory. It inspires you motivation, self motivation. It improves your concentration power. It increases your capability to predict and foresee the consequences of actions. It improves your calculation speed and decision making. And also, last but not the least, it also improves your academic performance. Okay, students. Now, I would like to show you the actual pieces and chessboard with me. The international chessboard that is used in normal tournaments. At international level also, it is used in the tournaments. I'll show you that now. Every one of you can see my chessboard. See, my chessboard is of a green and white color. Why? Because see, normally chessboard is of black and white, you have seen, but this is a green and white chessboard. As a now, because in the black, you know, you get the lights in the eye. So international level, this green and white chessboard is used at most of the places. So now, and there are the pieces I have kept here. You can see. Let us see first what is this chessboard. See, in one line there are 8 squares. In one line we have horizontal horizontal and vertical, both the ways we have 8 squares in one line. Okay, so guess out how many total number of squares in the chessboard. Write your answers in the comment box. Great, there are 64 squares in the chessboard. 8 multiplied by 8 comes to 64. Great. Now, can you tell me what is this alphabet written here? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We have 8 alphabets. What are these alphabets called? These alphabets are called files. Correct. Notation you have told. Someone has told notation. That's correct. These are for the notations. Okay. So alphabets are called files, and you can see the numbers are given. Here the same numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So till 8 we have a numbers. So these alphabets are numbers. Numbers are called ranks. Numbers are called ranks. Alphabets are called files. These files and ranks are given to write down the chess notation. That means to write down the game of chess is called chess notations. So for that, we need a names to all the 64 squares. We need a names to all the 64 squares should have their individual name. Like you have your name Par, Advik, Jivesh, everyone, myself, Ankita. So we all have our names so that every people is different. You can call every people with their name. You come to know to whom we are calling. Same way, the squares also should have their particular name. So how to give the name? I will show you. Like this pawn I have kept, this soldier, this I have kept in this square. The alphabet of this square is A and the rank is 1. So the name of this square comes to A1. First we have to call the alphabet and then we have to say the number. Okay, A1. Okay, same way it will go on. A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, like that. Okay, now let us do an activity. It will be very fun. I am putting this soldier, this pawn on any square. You have to write down the square name in the comment box. Everyone is able to see? Sanchit, correct. C5. Great. Pratyaksh, correct. Avni, Meera. Very good. This is C5. Now this one. Can you tell me what is the name of this square? F7. That's great. What is the name of this square? C3. Great. This one? G2. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. This one? A8. Great, 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 great job. And this one? D6. Very nice. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this. So if, because of these alphabets and numbers, files and ranks, every square has got their name. Now let us learn about the chess pieces. Okay, what are these chess pieces called? So how many types of different chess pieces do we have? Write down your answer in the comment box. How many different types of chess pieces are there in the game of chess? 6. Very nice. Very good. There are 6 different types of chess pieces in the game of chess. We can see first, what is this piece? What is this piece called? This looks like a castle. The shape of this piece looks like a castle, and this is called rook. R-O-O-K, rook. Correct. If many of you know elephant, this is an elephant, fat like an elephant. An elephant. Yeah. And rook is called, looks like a castle, so it is also called as a castle in the game. And rook has how many points? We will learn the value also along with the names of pieces. Rook has 5 points. Great, Jivesh, Pratyaksh, many of you are doing correct answers. So rook has 5 points. It looks like a castle. Next piece, what is this? Horse. Great. It looks like a horse. Very nice it is. And horse is called knight. Horse in chess is called knight. And knight has how many points? 3. Very good. Knight has got 3 points. Like if anyone you don't know the how to remember, I'll just tell you one logic how to remember. Rook means in Hindi we say to someone stop. We say like this, stop. So we show 5 fingers. That means rook has 5 points. Next to the rook is a knight. All the values of these pieces are in odd numbers. So the value below the 5, the odd number less than 5 is 3. So this knight has got 3 points. Okay. Now we'll come next to this piece. What is this piece? And it will have a slight cut mark on the head if you can see. Every piece, this is a camel and camel will have a slight cut mark. This is a bishop. Correct. This is a bishop and bishop has also 3 points. Bishop is a friend of knight. Like you have friends, they both are friends of each other and they are smaller than rook. They are less stronger than rook. So knight has a 3 point. Even bishop has a 3 points. Next, what is this? Correct, Ritvik. Bishop has 3 points. Now what is this? This is a queen. Very nice. It looks like a crown shape. This is a lady crown, like female crown. So the queen also has a crown. This queen is having 9 points because it's stronger than all. Queen is strongest piece in a game. Okay. So queen has got 9 points. Now I come to the next piece. What is this? This is a king. Correct. Very good. See, king will always have a plus sign on the head. Always king will be having a plus sign on the head. That piece is called king. And king is priceless. Like you can't count the value of king. So we give him infinite point. Because this is an important piece in a game. The queen is the strongest piece. King is not strong like a queen, but it is a very important piece in a game because when you defeat the king, you win the game. If you defeat opponent king, you win the game. Okay. If your opponent defeats your king, then you lose the game. Because of the king, we win or lose the game. So that's why it's very important piece in a game. So we have to give him infinite points. There are infinite points to the king. And now this is the smallest piece of a game. That's a pawn. Great. Pawn has 1 point. Many of you are giving very nice answers, correct answers. Pawn is having only 1 point. Okay. Very small piece of a game. But it's also important. Small is also important. Great. So now we have seen all the pieces. Now we will set up the chessboard. If you have a chessboard with you, you can start setting up with me. Along with me, you can also start setting up your chessboard. First of all, you can see this is white side and always the 1 number will be on the white side. First rank is the white side. 8 number is a black side. Okay. So I'm having the white side chessboard in front of me. So first we have to take the rooks. 1 rook will go in the 1 corner, other rook will go in the another corner. Okay, we have to place the rooks. Rooks will stand in the corner because it makes a castle for the king. So these are the rooks. Okay. Now next to the rooks, we have to keep knight on both the sides. Next to the rook, we have to arrange both the side knight. 1 knight next to 1 rook, another knight next to other rook. Hope you can, all of you can see. Now, next to the knight, we have to keep the bishop. Next to the knight, we have to keep the bishop. Like rook, Divya has already set up the chessboard. Very nice, very fast. Good. Rook, knight, bishop, and here also rook, knight, bishop. Now we will take a queen, strongest piece of a game. Now where the queen will go? Many of you had this question. So where the queen will go? Queen is a girl, right? So she likes matching color. She likes to sit on matching color. Queen is white. This queen is white in color. So she will sit from these two, whichever is matching. So white is standing on white color. Light color, queen on light color. In the starting of the game, afterwards, when you will change, like when you will play, that time it can change the square. It can go to another square as well. Queen stands on matching color square. White queen on white color. Then only one place is left. Who will come here? Our important piece, king. Okay. Now after this, we have to put all the pawns in the second line. All the pawns we have to arrange in the second line. Any pawns can go anywhere because all are same. Okay. In the second line, all the pawns will sit ahead of the big pieces because they are the guards. These are the soldiers. Soldiers are called guards. I think everyone of you have done the chessboard. Same way, we arrange the black pieces. I'll show you also. Rooks in the corner, then the knight, then bishop, queen on the matching color, dark color queen on dark color. So in this way, the both queens are in the same line, and the king sits on opposite color. Now I'll set up the black pawns as well. Done. And hope every of you also have done it. Now, students, let us see the movements of these pieces. We will see the movements here on the chessboard, and then we will do the activity of movement as well. That hope you all of you will enjoy that. Okay. No need of right now black pieces, so I will just remove it. Okay. Now I have kept the rook. Rook is a castle. How does rook move? Rook goes standing line, straight, and it also goes sleeping line, and it is in a fast piece. It is a fast piece. So rook goes standing and sleeping as many steps you want. But in one chance, we can move only one time. In one chance, we can play the piece only one direction. When you want to take a turn, then you have to wait for the next chance. Got it? Rook can go standing and sleeping, but no jumping over any piece. So if anything comes in the line of rook, it can capture. But if it is my piece there, then I will be moving it and it will be stuck there. It can't jump over the piece. If it is a black piece, then my rook can go and capture it. Got it? If the piece is here, my rook can go sleeping and capture it. So rook can go standing line and sleeping line, as many steps you want. Now we will move on to the next piece. That's a bishop. Okay, so we have two bishops. One bishop will stand on dark color square, another bishop will stand on light color square. So bishop goes only slanting, that's diagonal. If the bishop is standing on dark color, it will go dark to dark like this or like this, anywhere. Okay, and the bishop which is standing on light color, that can go light to light, only light to light, even it will come back. Okay, all the pieces can go forward and come backward in the same direction. Only one piece will not go backward, that I will tell you later on. Now see, tell me, this pawn is standing on this here. Which bishop will capture this pawn? The bishop standing on dark color or light color? Which bishop will capture that pawn? Dark one. Very good. Great. Whenever we have to capture any piece, we have to match the color. This pawn is standing on dark color, so we have to use dark color square bishop and capture. Okay. Great. Now we'll move on to the next piece. Queen. See, queen is a combination of rook plus bishop. both the powers will combine and go inside the queen. Rook plus bishop will make a queen. That means queen can move like a rook, standing and sleeping, and even queen can move like a bishop, slanting. That's a diagonal. Okay. So let us see how does queen move. Queen is standing anywhere. If it is standing in center, it can go straight, standing line front backward, sleeping line left or right, and even it can go slanting, front, back, that side, and even this side. Okay. Now this pawn is standing here. So queen can capture this pawn like sleeping. Now if this pawn is standing here, in how many chances that queen will capture this pawn? 1 or 2? 1, correct. Queen can come slanting and capture it. Okay. If nothing is there in between all these pieces, see these 3 pieces is a fast pieces. They can go fast. In one line, it can go full line till the way is open. Only they can't jump over anything. Okay, no one can jump except a knight. So these pieces can go front and backward. They can go full line if nothing is there in the lines. Rook, bishop, and queen. These 3 are the fast pieces of the game. And now we come to the king. King moves like a queen all the side, but king can go only one step. Straight one step, sleeping one step, slanting one step, even backward. Okay, like this. It can go everywhere, only one step. Like I can put up the pawns to show you. This king is able to move these many squares. Okay, the king can make a square. All side it can go only one step. King can go only one step. Now we'll move on to the next piece. That's a knight. How does knight move? How does knight move? Who will tell? L shape, capital L shape. Correct, 2.5. Great. Knight moves capital L shape. How we make a capital L? Standing line and small sleeping line, like that. So knight moves. How to the count the movement of knight? The standing is 0. Wherever the knight is standing, that is a 0. This is 0, 1, 2, half. Either you take a left side turn, or from the 2 you can take a right side turn, any side, both the side. After 2 steps, it can take both the sides half. It can even go sleeping L shape, like 1, 2, turn. Either turn down, or from the 2 you can turn up. Okay. Now I'm keeping the knight here. We can go. Rishik Goel have a doubt. You can type your doubt. What is your doubt, Rishik? See, the interesting part of knight is knight can jump over any piece. Like if any piece is here, my piece is there, or the opponent piece is there, any piece, I can just jump. 1, 2, half. Okay. 1, 2, half. It can jump and go only at that half place. Nothing should be there. If it is your piece, 1, 2, half, then I can't sit at my own place. I can't kill my piece. I can't. So here I can't go. But for example, here is a black. So I can go 1, 2, and half. I can capture this black piece. Okay. Now let's make a knight circle. For the pawn, I will explain you that thing as well, what you are asking in the question. I will explain you that thing. Let us first complete the knight. See, knight goes 1, 2.5. We will make a knight circle. Let us see knight attacks how many squares if it is sitting in the center. See, knight will go 1, 2.5. So I keep the pawn here. This knight can go 1, 2.5. So I keep it here. Now 1, 2.5. I keep one pawn here. 1, 2.5. So I keep one pawn here. Now see, 1, 2, 1, 2.5. Now backward also. 1, 2, half. 1, 2, half. So knight is making a circle. Count the squares. How many squares knight can attack? When it's sitting in the center, knight is able to attack 8 squares. Correct. Correct, Disha. 8. Very good. Very nice. So knight can attack on the 8 squares, right? And it can capture also like that only 8 squares. And it can jump over any piece. Now let us move on to the next piece, smallest piece of a game, but very interesting. It's a pawn. I'll set up all the pawns. See, pawn stands in the second line. It's a soldier and pawn has 1 point. So pawn can move only one step. In one chance, pawn moves only one step. Okay. But the pawns have an extra power that it can move 2 steps when it is standing in the starting line. So from the starting line, it's your choice. You want to move it 1 or 2. Okay, pawn can go 1 step or 2 steps from the starting line. Either 1 or like 2, wherever all the pawns from the starting line can move 1 or 2. All the pawns from starting line you can move either 1 or 2. But if this pawn has moved already 2, now it can't go 2. It can go only one step straight. Okay. Now tell me, I have moved this pawn 1. I didn't play this pawn 2. Can I use the power of 2 steps for this pawn in the next move? No, very good. No, we can't. Only from the starting line, this pawn has a power to go 2 steps. Once you move the pawn ahead, it can't go 2 steps then. Okay, it can go only one step. How does pawn capture? No. How does pawn capture? Pawn, can this pawn capture like this? No. Correct. Always not sideways, slanting like a bishop. Okay. Pawn captures 1 step slanting. Pawn captures 1 step slanting. If anything is there in front of pawn, it cannot capture. It will get stuck. If anything is in the slanting, like this is a black pawn. I'll place all black pawns as well. So this pawn I played 2, black played 2. Now it is stuck. They cannot capture each other. It's stuck. Okay. Now if the white plays 2 steps this pawn, the black can capture 1 step slanting. Got it? Only whenever anything is there in the slanting side, either left side or right side. Even this side also, it can capture 1 step slanting. But if anything is there in front of pawn, it can't capture. Any piece you can capture. If there is a, for example, knight or this queen is there, still the pawn can capture slanting. Okay? But no backward capturing. No backward capturing. Pawn will capture only front. See, white pawns will go towards the black side and black pawns will come towards the white side. Pawn is a piece that cannot move backward and it cannot attack, cannot capture also backward. Okay, pawns can go only forward direction. White pawns will go towards the black side and black pawns will come towards the white side. And you had the question that if the pawn reaches to the last line, then what happens? Whenever, for example, this pawn is not there, if my pawn is able to reach there, last line, then I have a power because the pawns cannot come back. So this pawn has a power to get promoted to a bigger piece. That's called pawn promotion. I can take any of these 4 pieces of my choice. I can take a queen, rook, knight or bishop, anything. From these 4, I can choose anything. I can't take another queen, right? Only one king is allowed. And another queen I can take. I mean to say another king. We cannot take another king. Only one king is allowed in a game. And against a pawn, we don't need to take another pawn. What is the use of taking another pawn? It can't come back only. Okay. So instead of a pawn, I will say, when you do in the chessboard, you should say, I promote my pawn to a queen. So your opponent have captured the pawn, captured your queen. So you will give that pawn to your opponent and you will get back the queen from him and keep it there. You can't play that piece right now. Okay, you can't play that piece. You can move it in the next chance. You have to replace and keep it here only. That's called pawn promotion. If your queen is not captured, you can get back the rook also. But it does not matter that your queen is captured or not. You can take extra queen as well. Most of the time we take a queen because it's an important piece. It has a 9 point. Okay, it's a strong piece in a game. So what we do, when your queen is already there in the game, but my pawn has reached to the last line. So in the chessboard, what we do is I promote my pawn to a queen. So I'll get the rook back from the opponent and keep this rook upside down. So this will be a queen. It can go slanting also. We can have a 9 queens in a match, right? 8 pawns are there. We can promote all these 8 pawns to a 8 queen, and 1 queen we have already. So we can have total 9 queens, but in actual game, it is not possible. When you are playing the game, opponent is also playing. So obviously, he will also capture your piece when you are capturing the piece, and your pawn should have the way to reach there. So for pawn promotion, there should be the way to the reach last line. So pawn promotion we do mostly in the ending part of the game when your pieces are captured. That time we get back the queen so that we can end the game. We can do the checkmate to the opponent king. Anything we can, no, we cannot take anything by keeping upside down. We can only take a rook upside down. Okay, if your rook is captured, you can use it. But if your rook is not captured, your queen is not captured, then don't do pawn promotion. Go for a checkmate. The main aim is how you will win the game by doing checkmate. So for checkmate, if you already have a 2 rook in a game and queen, just use it for doing checkmate. No need to promote pawn. But still, if your pawn has reached easily over there, then like when you're playing tournament, there will be a referee. The referee of chess game is called arbiter. So you can ask your arbiter for the extra queen, they will give it. Okay, you will get the extra queen from the arbiter in the tournament. Like if you don't have a rook to use it upside down for a queen. Okay. Only rooks can be, yeah, in a real game, only rooks can be kept upside down. But let me tell you, this rule is not right now not applicable in international tournament. There we have to ask for extra queen. But local tournament, still this rule is there. You can keep the rook upside down. Okay, only the captured rook, not the rook which is already on the game. The captured rook, you can get it and you can keep it upside down. Okay, so now we are done with all the movements of the pieces. Now I would like to show you the virtual chessboard. Okay, I will like to show you how you can see the chessboard. It is having a files and ranks, everything. You can see this chessboard. Okay, rooks are there. You can see the shapes, how they are looking in the virtual, in the online app. Now let us do the activity. You can see all the pieces over here. You need to write down your answers in the comment box. We have just learned in how many moves you will be able to get this star, grab this star. Minimum number of moves you need to tell me. One. Correct. Very good. Now in how many moves we will get this star? 2. Great. Now in how many moves we'll get this star? 4. Just check out. Is it 4 the answer? 3. Correct. Rook 1, 2, 3. You have to find out minimum moves. Minimum moves you have to do. Now in how many moves we'll get this star? 5. Correct. I got the answer 5. Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now we can use both the stars. Tell me in minimum how many moves? 4. I'm getting the answer 4. Correct. Yes. So this rook I will move 1 move, 2 chance. Second move, 2 moves. Now second rook I'll use 1 move, 2 moves. So total 4 moves. Now tell me how many moves? Seven. I am getting the answer 7. Very nice. So 1, 2. Now use another rook which is already in the line. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. Well done. We completed rook. Now we'll move on to the bishop. In how many moves we'll get the stars? 2. Great. Very fast. Now, how many moves for this many stars? I'm getting the answers 8. Let us try. How many moves? See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 moves it was possible. Okay, now try out this one. Great, I got the answer 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Okay, now correct. Everyone is giving correct answer. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now with both the stars, how many moves? 6. Great. 1, 2, 3. It's a zigzag. And now next bishop with the white color. 1, 2, 3. Because bishop can get the stars which is in the same color. Okay, find out now this one. Eight. I'm getting the answers 8. Very nice. Great job. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5, 6, 7, 8. That's very great. Now we move on next with the queen. Very simple. Great. 1, 2. We don't have to go 3 steps because queen can go slanting. Okay, now try out this. 4. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 6. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm getting the answers 8. I'm getting the, oh, I got the 7 answer. Great, great, great. Got it 7. First come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one. Getting the answers 8, 8, 8. Very good, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we completed the queen. Now the king. King goes one step. So how many moves it will require? 3, 3, 3, 3. Correct. 3. Great. Now 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm getting the answer 7, 9. Okay, let us try. 8 also I got. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the correct answer. Okay. Now we'll do next one. Night. It will go 2.5. You can count. 2. Correct. 1, 2.5. 1, 2.5. Now tell me. 7. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now tell me. 5. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to find out in minimum moves to reach all. Okay, now tell me how many stars. 9. Great. Correct answer. First, we can't get anyone, so we have to go out of the stars. 1, 2.5. Now I am able to reach the star. One move is done. Now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now tell me. I'm getting the answer 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now I'm getting the answers 8, 8, 8, 9. I got the answer 9. 8, 9, 8, 9. Okay, let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. Now next is the pawn. We have to get this star, so we have to do the pawn promotion. What we should get? Tell me what we should get here. To get the star, which piece you want? Queen. We can take a bishop also is the correct answer. Okay. Queen or bishop. Yeah. Okay. Now what we should which piece we should promote here to get the stars in minimum move? Find out quickly what we should promote. I got the answer queen. Queen. Knight. That's correct. Ritvik, correct answer. Vivek. Okay, 5 moves, Vivek. We'll take a knight. This. Okay, knight is a correct answer. Now, how many moves will take to capture these stars? 4, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Okay, now how many moves we will take? This is little complicated. We have to do the promotion also in this. Let us see. 1, then 2, 3, 4. Now fifth step, promote. We can take a queen or rook. 6, 7, 8. 8 moves. Correct. Now we will take how many moves? I'm getting the answers 8, 8, 8. Very good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got this. 6, 7, 8. Now tell me how many moves. Do we have to promote the pawn in this? No. All the pawns can only capture the star. We don't have to do pawn promotion. Okay, so first I can take 1, 2. 2 moves are done. Then 3, 4 moves. 5, 6 moves. 7 moves. Correct. Now how many moves will it take? 4 moves. I am getting the answers. I'm getting the answers of 4 moves. It's possible in, let us see, 3 moves. Correct. 1, because from starting pawn can go 2 steps also. So 1 chance is done, 2 moves and 3rd move. In 3 moves it was possible. Great. Now, how many moves to get all the stars from the pawn? I'm getting the answers 8, 8, 8. 7 is there the answer. 8 is the answer. 8 is the answer. Everyone is giving 8 answer. 9. I got the answer 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Then I can go 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 was the correct answer. Okay, so we are done with the activity of movement of the pieces. Now it's a quiz time. Be ready. Are you ready for the quiz? I have very nice questions for you. Question to everyone is, how many of the 16 chess pieces have legal moves on your first move? In the starting of the game, how many pieces have a legal move? The answer is, options are 10, 2, 8 or all. Now I will move on to the next question. Second question, can a king directly put another king in checkmate? Can a king give checkmate to another king? Options are yes or no. Question, which color goes traditionally first? Who starts the game first? White, black, depends on how old are you, or none of the above. So the first question answer is 10. Out of the 16 pieces in the starting, we can play 10 pieces have a legal move, like 8 pawns are there, they can play, or knight has a jumping power, so both the knights, either of the knight we can move. So 10 answer is correct. Second question was, can a king directly put another king in checkmate? So the answer is no. King cannot give check to other king. Okay, that's not allowed. Which color goes traditionally first? That means who can start the game first. So the answer is white always starts the game first. The answer is white. Now we'll move on to the next question. Fourth question. What is the highest title awarded by the FIDE for achievement in competitive play of chess? In the chess game, which is the highest award? The options are Supreme Master, International Chess Master, FIDE Master, or Grandmaster. Which is the highest title in the game of chess that can be awarded by the FIDE? Supreme Master, International Chess Master, FIDE Master, or Grandmaster? Okay, so the answer is Grandmaster. All of you are correct, Grandmaster. Okay, now the fifth question. In 1988, who became the first Grandmaster of India? In 1988, who became the first Grandmaster of India? The options are Vishwanathan Anand, Dibendra Barua, Praveen Thipse, Chanda Sandipar is Vishwanathan Anand. Now, the activity for the Facebook, you can see on your screen.